When you hear of this subject, wolves in sheep's clothing, they have made you think it's talking about pastors, preachers, prophets, teachers, apostles behind the pulpit. That's a lie, liar, pens on fire. It's not it. It's not it. Look at the scriptures clearly. Verse number 15. Beware of false prophets. The word false prophets is the word pseudo-prophet is. Okay. It does not mean prophet. It just means somebody. Let me just read it so that you understand what it says here. And so that people can understand. Pretend foreteller. Watch this. Or religious imposter. Under somebody who utters falsehoods under the name of divine prophecies. It doesn't mean a prophet. It doesn't mean behind the pulpit. Now, I want to prove to you that it doesn't mean behind the pulpit. Watch this now. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. Preachers, apostles, prophets, pastors, teachers, evangelists are not called sheep in the Bible. They are called shepherds. You didn't hear me. So the Bible should say, beware of what? Of false prophets who come to you in shepherd's clothing. It says in sheep, in congregation's clothing. They are in the congregation. They are not behind the pulpit. Yeah. There are people inside there and wolves moving packs. It's not prophets. It's not pastors. It's not teachers. It's not evangelists. No way. It's not apostles. It's not behind the pulpit. It's congregants, toxic congregants in the church that pretend to tell others, God said to me, God said to me. False prophet does not mean a pulpit. You've been lied to. And the devil is smiling. Because the devil understands one principle. Hit the shepherd and the sheep will scatter. That's his principle. It's in the word. So he knows every word that is spoken in the Bible, he can twist it so that he can hit the shepherd and the sheep will resign. Here it is in verse number 10 of Matthew 24. And then shall men be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. I want you to understand what he says. What is he talking about? He's talking about many. Say many. Many. It's many shall be offended. Watch this now. Watch this. And many shall be offended. Yeah. They're offended. And shall betray one another. The word offended there, if you didn't understand it, it is the word scandalizo, where we get the word scandalon and scandalous. So men shall be in a scandalous thing, you know. But watch this, watch this. The word scandalizo is a trap, you know, the trap you put for rats. Where it is standing like this and the rat comes in to try and eat maybe a peanut or peanut butter you put on something and it crushes, trips the rat. But that's not the scandalizo. The thing that holds the bait is the scandalizo. So it says, and men shall be scandalizo, shall hold the bait. But the problem with the scandalizo is this: when the rat is trapped, the scandalizo is trapped. No, they didn't get it. They didn't get it. They didn't get it. In other words, when you are offended, you are trapped yourself, and the person you offend, who offended you, is also trapped. Yeah. You didn't get that. You didn't get that. I'm about to show you something. I'm about to show you something. So we are talking about many, right? Yeah. Shall be what? Offended. Mm-hmm. And shall betray one another. And shall hate one another. How many people? Many. I don't know if you are getting this now. Then verse number 11 says, and many. Oh, no, they didn't get it. False prophets shall arise and deceive who? Which one? They're offended. So false prophets don't come for the Christians. They come for the offended. So if you are preaching to the offended, you are a false prophet. If all your congregations are people disappointed by pastors, you are the false prophet.
Come on. Yes, sir.
You didn't hear that. You didn't hear that now.
Yeah.
And many false prophets shall arise. And shall deceive who? Many. Where did we get the many? In verse number 10.
Wow.
And then many shall be offended. Then we go to verse number 12. And because iniquity shall abound, where? Among the offended. The love of who? Of the Christians? No, the many we are talking about. The offended.
Come on.
You didn't get this, you didn't get this. And many shall, their love, watch this, their love shall wax cold. There's no love for nobody. There's nobody they love. They're not talking to somebody, they're not talking to anybody with whom they love. Psychotic people. Then he says, but wait a minute, we're not talking about Christians. So verse number 13 says, but he that shall endure. The ones that are not offended.
Yeah.
But that shall be among these people that shall see these things happen. These ones shall be saved. But the ones who are offended are the ones we are sending false prophets in sheep's clothing. Who shall deceive many. Which many? The offended ones. So false prophets are not coming to the church. They're coming to the people who are Christians but offended by whosoever.